Hey everybody, it's Noise Neighbors Podcast. It's me, Joey McCune, joined as always by Mark Mulvaney. All right, Mulv.
Wagwan General.
We all the way live, brother.
Yeah. Backwards hat night, innit?
Yeah, Mitchell and Ness,
Let's go.
repping the set. Shout out living legend Bernie Kosar.
I thought it was Diego Maradona for a minute.
That's, he didn't. Well, he did use his hands, so never mind.
Big Browns fan, Diego Maradona.
Big handball guy.
Don't remind me. I mean, was I even alive?
Yeah, you're like 15.
Yeah, was that 80? That was 86.
15.
I was 11.
I was still, I think my dad would have told me I was still a stain on the sheets at that point.
What's going on? You got a game tonight?
Yeah, dude. Brownies are playing the Steelers. It's Cleveland versus Pittsburgh. Shitsburg.
That's the big one,
right? This is the. I don't know if the equivalent would be like this is like a Steel Town derby, like Derby.
It's Millwall, West Ham,
Scunthorpe, and whoever they don't like.
Doncaster.
I don't know. I think Scunthorpe has like literally like a steel girder on their crest.
Found out something today.
Oh no.
You may be doing a podcast with an Olympic level axe thrower. Just saying.
Is that in the Olympics?
I've been axe throwing today with the lads at work.
Okay. So we were doing
money.
We're doing team building at work, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just trying to build some morale.
Yeah. And
hey, guys, interest rates are going up. Let's go throw axes, huh?
My morale is at an all-time high after I dominated the axe throwing.
That's tight.
Mate, I was just I was like Balotelli on a penalty kick.
You walked up to it, turned around, and backheeled it wide of the net?
I was throwing them backwards, mate.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So I wonder if axe throwing is going to turn into like American darts. You know, like in England, it's like, like I wonder if it's going to be like that kind of thing, but it's axe throwing because obviously,
like a proper scene. That would be cool.
Everyone gets in costumes and just gets shit faced in a weird like long table setting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big old Viking mugs and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, obviously.
Oh, and the hats,
the horns.
Yeah. All right, well, welcome to a you may not recognize this, but this is a Manchester City podcast.
Oh yeah, hi.
Yeah, Mulv and Joey off Noisy Neighbors. This is actually Thursday Night Live, a new bit that we're doing, where some sort of mostly American content creators about Manchester City get on, and
gets it.
Yeah, and then just talk about everything that's going on in the news with City.
Yeah.
This is going to be a combo. It's going to be a podcast / live stream. So for those of you who catch the podcast version, it might be a bit disjointed because we will be engaging with the chat as much as possible, which you won't be able to see, but we'll try our best to make it pod friendly.
Indeed. We'll still make it soothing for your ears.
Yeah.
This is basically like City ASMR, I think.
Let's hope not.
Kevin De Bruyne back. Ball back to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne puts in a cross to Erling Haaland. It's a goal!
Classic and standard now.
True.
He scores when he wants. He's good at
it.
So let's try to do the 3 standard segments.
All right.
How about Wolves?
Nothing special.
Yep. We've got the derby coming up. We could do that. We could also talk about like how many games we're in. 7 games in. First international break. We've maybe seen enough to talk about who's still in this title race.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anybody we can count out yet. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts and be interested to hear
Yes,
the
in
thoughts
the
of the
title
chat.
race. Yeah, there's at least one team.
So, how do we start this?
Usually, I ask Vic to take it away, so we'll do that. Let's not waste more time. Meat and potatoes. Vic, take it away. Boom. Did it. Yeah, so City took on Wolves whenever we did that.
Saturday morning, early.
Yep, that's what it was. I was still I don't know if I was jet lagged or just exhausted, but I was still on East Coast time. So I was like, I'm gonna get home. Game's at 7:30 a.m. I'll get to sleep in a little bit. I was like, I'll set my alarm like an hour early. Set the coffee maker. I'll get up and have plenty of time to relax before the game. Nah, fam. Alarm went off. 15 minutes later, game starting. So I was like, well, okay. I guess it's.
Tell me you didn't miss it.
Nah, brother. I watched all 3 goals that City scored and none of the goals that West Ham did. Yeah, 3-0 against Wolves. This was at Molineux. Everyone knows, famous French stadium in the middle of England. This was this was nice. It's always good to beat the Portuguese B team, and to go there and then they get an Englishman sent off is very good to me. Oh, sorry. Never mind. He plays for Ireland. Fuck.
Oh, he's Irish.
Actually, he probably got sent off on purpose in protest of playing.
Possibly. Yes.
You know, for reasons.
Yep. Reasons that go back many, many centuries.
Millennia even.
No, you're right. He was what about this lad Kilman? Where's he from?
I mean, we all know where he's from. That's Irish. That's us.
Oh. And of course the famous
Actually he plays for England.
Does he?
What a misdirect.
And we had Sa dude in goal.
We did have Asal, dude. You texted me that, I think, or like tweeted it to me.
I did. I wasn't proud of it, but
I didn't.
Yeah.
Somewhere John Ashley was rolling over in his grave.
For sure.
For sure.
100 for sure. What do you think of the lineup, mate? Edison, Stones was doing his right back duties again.
Mm-hmm.
Diaz and Akanji in the middle, Cancelo on the left. The midfield was Rodri. I'll just leave it there. He was the midfield.
Yeah.
But near him, I suppose.
What do we call a big, tall Spanish guy that plays defensive midfield really well? Daddy.
Yeah. Puppy.
Yeah, hey puppy.
De Bruyne and Silva were just ahead of him. And the front 3, interesting call here with Grealish keeping his place after he had some critiques in the last match. Foden on the right.
There were detractors.
There were some detractors. It was a week full of Grealish discourse.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. And then the robot, the Viking, Erling Haaland.
I mean, that front 3 is the lads.
Yeah, that's a sesh.
What
we call a sesh.
Oh my god. Oh, that is walking home and everything's blurry. Like even like you are blurry. You're a blurry person at that point. Erling Haaland like on a night that it's like they're going on a sesh, for sure walking through the streets of Manchester has to look like what footage of Bigfoot looks like, with just this like kind of blurry creature moving about in the shadow.
I mean, he's hunched already. He's hunched. He runs funny is like the worst thing anybody can say about him. All of his detractors like that want him to fail, all they can say is, well, he runs funny, something must be wrong.
Pep's bald, Holland runs weird.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. No, it's a really nice front 3, mate. And how did you expect Wolves to play in this?
I don't know. I feel like they've gone back and forth over the past few years of like being fun and being incredibly boring. You know, like there was for a little bit there when I guess a lot of it was down to Adama Traore just being a monster, but like They were fun there for a little bit. Then they kind of got boring. They were fun for like half a minute. This was boring. And they were, I don't know, they weren't dirty. I mean, Collins was dirty, but yeah, I think I expected a little bit more just because I saw the front three for them, like Podence, Gedesh, and Neto. And you just think that's going to do something because it's like all those dudes are going to get called up by Portugal to play in their attack. And it's like for Wolves, they're not allowed to do something sometimes. I thought they were going to give us more, that's for sure.
Yeah, I suppose the red card didn't help, did it? That was on
half hour in.
Yes, pretty early, 33 minutes. So before that, mate, it was. I thought they were going to sit deep, but they didn't. They weren't as deep as I thought they were going to be. And to be fair to them, across the 90 minutes, even with 10 men, they were able to stop City somehow from controlling the game, which is a big sort of theme of the last probably season and however 7 games of this season is Pep wanting to control things really tightly. They stopped us for doing that for the most part. Like I think there were parts in the second half in particular where I was saying, why don't we have full control? They've got 10 men.
Yeah.
We're Man City. That's what we do. And I felt myself being a bit fickle. And I wondered if maybe some other City fans felt the same way, in that I think throughout the 7 games so far, a lot of us would say we want City to be a bit more bold, a bit more courageous, right?
Yeah.
And then I found myself
good for you
asking for control when things were a bit more chaotic, right? Like I was demanding control when for 7 games, I'm saying I think we could be a bit more courageous here,
Yeah.
So it was interesting. I wonder if anybody else feels the same way. How did you feel? Did you feel we were this was always our game once they went down to 10 men, or did you not?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna get ugly though. I thought it was gonna get really out of hand. Like I expected it to be 6. Like when they go down to 10 with you're only a half hour in, and at that point we were what was the score? Was it only 1 at that point? No, it's already 2-0 at that point. I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna get gross. And I mean, the red card happened, kind of just solidified things for me. I knew we were gonna win at that point, but I think I did expect more.
Yeah,
I was never worried though. I was never like, oh, they're gonna come back. I just didn't, especially when they were playing. They like moved Ruben Neves to center back or something like that, and I was like, "This is the move. Like this is how we're fixing this." I don't know. I figured we'd do something more than that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'll give them some credit for keeping it a relatively open game.
Yeah,
though they were down a man. So the way they passed the ball about, I guess, would be pretty typical of a technical, side full of Portuguese.
Portuguesers.
Portuguese. Do you want to talk about these goals? I mean, there's one that happened within the first minute here that delighted me to no end.
I tell you what, the coffee hadn't hit me yet, but this goal woke me the fudge up, dude.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Yeah. So it's actually City create a transition.
Yes.
Which is quite foreign to us so far this season, is in that we don't get the opportunity to play on transition very much.
Right.
So a couple of things happened. One, we were in transition. We moved the ball quickly. Then second, we got an overlapping run from a midfielder, which is the thing I've been asking for. Come on, or suggesting that is what Pep wants rather than fullbacks overlapping. Yeah,
you manifested it.
Yeah. So here comes Kevin De Bruyne around the edge. Phil Foden, cheeky back heel, and it's Kevin, and somebody's putting it in.
Yeah, for sure.
To our delight, it was carves out Jackie.
They were all the way out too, and at Wolves. I mean, this was the most Jack Grealish goal we could get. At Wolves, it's coming off the back of everyone dunking on him.
Yeah.
Within 10 minutes.
1 minute.
Yeah. There you go. Have a bit of that.
Yeah, so that was tasty. I really enjoyed that very much. So good for him. I mean, Haaland. It was going to either be Haaland or Grealish, but that goal is is a bit of a throwback goal
Mm-hmm.
to where the wingers were feeding each other, you know?
Sane Sterling
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, yeah. And that ability, that was something that Sterling could do really well. And remember, I'm on record as saying that Grealish is the Sterling replacement, right? For a number of reasons.
Yeah.
If Grealish can figure out that back post run and score like Sterling used to do,
Yeah, bro.
See, I think if you read Twitter and you listen to the stuff we do, you would call me a Grealish defender over the past week or two, right?
Especially on Twitter.
Yeah. But let's get it straight. I'm not defending his output. I think his output should go up.
Right.
What I'm defending is two conclusions have been drawn. One is that he needs to improve. The other, I believe, is he's just not good enough. Too much time has expired. He's not good enough. He wasn't good enough when we signed him, right?
Yeah, which that's a wild one.
So that I think is an opinion that's out there, and I'm just saying I agree with you on the fact he needs to improve. I just think that his teammates need to be a part of that, and they'll get better together because I don't think anybody's been particularly outstanding,
Right.
and that they need to interact with each other to get more out of Jack. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's been great. He hasn't, but this is cool. This was a great goal.
Well, I think that's a weird thing that I think social media lets happen too much. Is that people, for whatever reason, people get forced into, or they get misread into there's only two camps. It's either you're all the way this way or all the way that way. And it's no. What he's doing is good. He could be better, though. We like him. We think he's good enough to be here. This was a good goal. We knew this was in him. Doesn't mean everything he's done is perfect, guys.
No.
Whereas the other camp is he's shit, and it's well, okay, he's not shit.
I'll go as far as to say that now that Haaland's here, obviously he's going to take some of the goals up probably away from the who was scoring them before, because they'll be looking to him to get more goals.
Yeah.
But what I'll say is that I would expect whoever plays on the left wing where Sterling was get similar numbers to what Sterling was getting. That would be my expectation. Maybe not as many because Haaland's there now and he's going to take a lot of that away, like I said. But I want numbers out of the wingers for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Gotta happen, especially if someone does figure out how to stop Haaland, you've got to have somebody else making those runs.
Yeah.
If someone does figure out, it would take a Stephen Hawking level brain, I think, at this point to prevent Haaland from scoring a goal. But
or Howard Hawking.
True. Some would say the most powerful of the Hawking family.
Oh dear!
Like that. That won't get tweeted at
us. Goal number 2, mate, is something we haven't seen yet from our new striker, which is a scuffed right-footed effort from outside the box. He's just a freak, bro.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Anyway, no matter what, though, it's going in.
It was a bit shit. But they all count, bro. They all count.
Yeah, I don't know how Saw gets faked out by this. I mean, this is not a heater. It's not coming in there too quick.
He's definitely thrown his handbag at it.
Yeah, and, come on, Diane, put your whole arm in the way. Yeah. This is one of his uglier ones. I think this is not going to make his Euro trash music highlight video on YouTube, but
right.
It'll make the all goals one. So good for him.
And then you want to move to the third one?
Yeah.
Somebody said it in the chat, and we'll get to the chat as we wrap up this segment. The first and third goals are quite similar. So this is, I think, Haaland getting forward, cutting back, and I think plays to Kevin, who finds Foden in the box, and the cheekiest of little just misdirections or redirections is the word I was looking for. A redirection into the far post. Class goal from Phil. And massive respect to Phil Foden, who, after I said he wasn't playing the greatest, has really had a big impact. So well done, mate.
I'm sure he'll feel good about that he's earned your blessing.
Get yourself in the chat, Phil. I'm not the one who three names you. He three names you all the time.
Out of respect. I'm not three naming him like you three name like a shooter. I'm not like John Wilkes Booth in him. It's a respectful three. I'm trying to put respect on his name.
So
with Jermaine. I three name Jermaine all the time.
True.
Yeah.
Then we had some subs. Ilkay comes on for Phil, Julian for Bernardo, Riyadh for Kevin, Cole Jermaine Palmer.
That's right, it's his name.
Comes in for Jack, and Sergio Gomez comes in for Rodri. Not much to speak of in that last 20 minutes of the game, although again a bit more open than I was comfortable with, but
it's killing time, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a clean sheet.
Yep.
Take that. Anything else on Wolves? You want to get to the chat a bit?
Manuel Akanji.
Okay. Yeah, give it to me.
Manuel Akanji is maybe, it's hot take season, Daddy, maybe the most plug-and-play center back we've had that no one saw coming. Man's been here 2 games.
Yeah.
And just shows up and balls out. He was our best defender that actually defends. So sorry, Cancelo, but we're including you in the front 5 here. I think he was better than for me, he was better than Diaz on the day. He was better than Stones was good, but I think he was better than Stones on the day. He's a bully. He's big. He uses his body well. He used his body intelligently. There was a few tackles in the box that were not penalties, but he wasn't scared to put in the tackle, and 2, he did it in a way that it didn't earn a foul. Big Akanji guy over here. This is going to be one of the dumber steals that we've ever done, I think.
Are you calling this a G-Bob? Perhaps?
I'm not quite sure what that means. I do think, though, I think we did a good job of recruiting and scouting and bringing in a player for a decent transfer fee that is going to bear fruit.
You could drop some G-Bobs in the chat. That would be great.
Show's over. I quit. I do this.
Let's see. Yeah, totally agree with you 100%. Akanji looks like he's been here forever.
Yep.
I do think Ruben Diaz had a really good game, to be fair.
Super good.
Yeah.
Again, not saying Diaz was bad. I just think Akanji was a beast.
Yeah, he was. He's about the aggressiveness.
And stepping out of the back with the ball.
Yeah.
And Stones to kind of drop in, and he fills in next to Rodri a little bit.
Yeah, I thought when we had 4 centre backs, we were the deepest at centre back in Europe.
Yep.
Now it's
not fair. This is FIFA. This is actually FIFA.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're just stockpiling players because there's no roster limits. You're just buy. We got John Stones at defensive midfield for 5 minutes. That was wild.
You enjoy that?
I always anytime Johnny Stone's in the spotlight, I'm pretty pumped up. He is the Barnes and Beckenbauer after all.
Absolutely. Let's do a bit where we get into the chat.
All right.
And then we'll wrap this. So if you got any comments on the Wolves game, get them in now, and we'll try to read them out. We were a bit early going live today, Pepper Squad. So thanks for joining in, mate. See, Paul Ashwin, KDB had a dirty finish tonight. Belgium must have played and beat I think he got a goal and an assist. Is that right?
Yep. He and Michy Batshuayi both got a goal and an assist in a 2-1 victory over Wales. The Fighting Gareth Bales of Wales. One of the teams.
They got a new prince yet?
I don't know, but what they will not do is get out of the group in the World Cup. Am I right, brother?
Amen, brother. Amen, brother. Is that the Rocky Apollo Creed?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Let's go. Well, where are you?
Yeah, you're that side. Oh,
that was a fail. Big fail.
I think we crushed that, honestly.
People listening to the podcast version will hate that.
Join the live shows then, or go back on YouTube later and watch it. It'll be there.
Jacob Lackey, thoughts on a certain contingent of social media saying that the Wolves karate kick was never a red.
I'm keeping my mouth shut on that. I am a big Nigel de Jong guy, and I thought Nigel de Jong's was a soft yellow.
Jason N saying Nigel de Jong thought it was a yellow.
Nebs gets it, dude.
Bing. Is that Nebs?
Gotta be.
He's got no picture next to his
name. How many
name.
Jason N's could there be?
He's gone incognito mode.
Well, he's probably got multiple tabs.
Yeah, he's probably got 2 streams going.
Experience.
That's
a
bit weird, to be honest. Like,
no, I think I get it. I think one is to slow you down.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. So okay, to make it last.
Yeah, it's tantric.
Yeah. Right. Well, this is getting too exciting. Let me have a look at Mole for a minute.
Oh, this is my favorite part of this scene. And we're back. Okay, cool.
Shout out Cody Marlowe's in the chat all day. A red.
Yep.
Whether there was intent for the ball, studs showing mid height and up.
Yeah. In all seriousness, it's absolutely a red. But if he would have done something wrong, it wouldn't have happened.
Exactly. Tyler Westling. What's up, mate? Grealish silencing the haters. Indeed.
All day long.
Quickly.
Yep, hell yeah.
Fingers in the ears. Shit, innit?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ryan says, hi, guys. Where you going with, Ryan or Ryan?
I'm gonna put some stank on it. Ryan,
I like that.
Yeah.
Stank. Let's see.
So we got any questions in there?
Yeah. Paul's got one. Question for the lads. Is it concerning that in the last few weeks, little has been said about Walker's absence? This suggests he's not as vital as once was. Should be second behind Zhao at right back. Interesting.
I think it's interesting. We haven't heard much. I think a lot of this stems. I mean, a lot of this for me will always go back to the fact that we didn't come into this season prepared at fullback. We have one left back. We have one guy that plays both, and we have one guy that only plays right back. I think it's gonna. I don't want John Stones to play right back all the time. I don't think that's great. Now, if we're gonna do a thing where we're saying 3 at the back that is truly 3 at the back, and it's just 3 dudes, and everybody else is going forward, tight. Then whatever. I don't care if we have a right back or not. But yeah, it's a weird one, and we've been using Walker in an area that he doesn't quite fit into anyway. So I don't know if this is a mean thing to say, but like I don't know if we miss him that much right now because of how kind of poor he's been playing.
For sure.
In a thing he's not. Maybe a position maybe he shouldn't be utilized in.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hunter. No, you stole my thunder there, man. I was just going to say I'm not concerned because he's been playing a different role, and I think it's a role that, depending on who the opposition is, you can get away with playing a few different players there. If you're good on the ball, you can make good passes, good progressive passes. You can play a tucked in right fullback.
That's where I guess Stones does make sense. He is so good on the ball that I'm not concerned about him stepping onto the back line and then just chilling next to Rodri. You know, because and then if he's next to Rodri, Cancelo can literally just do whatever the hell he wants because you've got 2 just like big sexy boys in there holding things down.
Alex Moroz.
Yep.
The less famous
of the Moroz brothers.
Of the Moroz brothers.
Yep.
Absolutely fantastic finish from Phil. Totally agree, mate. That is just class finish.
Favorite Jason Mraz song? Go.
Well, you done me, and you know I felt it.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Alex wrote that one.
You're welcome. You didn't think you were going to get one of them today, did you?
Yeah. Noisy Neighbors karaoke is nice.
Axe throwing, singing.
He really is. Oh man, he really is the jack of all trades of the Manchester City podcast world.
Why from Forrest Swisher? Why do you think Pep prefers Stones and Cancelo at fullback instead of Cancelo and Gomez while Kyle's out?
I think Gomez probably just needs a little bit more time. The trust. I think maybe the trust just isn't there yet. And the trust is there with Stones, and he knows Stones is good on the ball. Gomez has looked really good, but I think he just needs more time in the system and maybe needs to learn just a little bit of when to make his runs and when not to, because I do worry that he might get caught up field a little bit too much right now. He's been good, but I think it's a time thing.
Brent Littlefield, greetings once again from Uranus. Thank you, Brent. What a contributor.
I think it's pronounced Uranus.
JP, Cancelo is rubbish on the right. LOL. Is he?
Hot take.
Yeah, it's hot. Louis Zani, what's up?
That's Stephen A. Smith hot take.
Trying to get a rise out of us.
Yeah.
Louis Zani, what's up, mate? Concerned about Phillips' shoulder injury? Not really.
It's annoying, but it's just annoying because he came in like we knew he had this in the past. I think that hopefully the surgery will fix him up right, and we probably won't see him till like February or whatever. But hopefully the surgery takes care of whatever's messed up in there, and he can go back to doing his thing, because I think he is going to be a big part of this going forward.
What's your depth chart at DM
now?
Mm-hmm.
Rodri. I really don't want to say Gundogan.
It is though, isn't it?
I mean, there is a third option that is mouthwatering. It's John Stones, but
oh no, mate, I don't know.
Do we have any kids left that we didn't sell that could play there? We got rid of all.
So, mate, yeah. Lavia's gone. I think that lad Gomez
is gone.
Gomez is gone. Yeah.
Roger and Gundo.
Yeah, we're not that deep there, are we?
Not now that Phillips is out. No.
Oh, okay. Here's Josh Wilgrove. What's up, pal? Bigger robbery FIFA edition. Walker's pace or Haaland only an 88?
I don't know what Walker's pace is, but the answer is Haaland only an 88.
True.
He's a 91. I think Messi was 94. So he's got to be 91.
Alex Mraz, he's the one that sucks. Why should I change my name?
No, that's right. We shouldn't have said that about you.
Is that Office Space reference? I think so.
Yeah, Michael Bolton.
Okay, yeah, Joel Mayo. Have you guys addressed the rumor that Grealish wants out next season? Is it worth addressing?
This is the first I'm hearing of it, so I'm not too worried about it.
Absolute bollocks, man.
Is this a thing?
Coming from definitely somebody who's the number one bullshit guy.
Miguel Delaney?
Probably. Nah, I don't think it's even got a real source to it. It's why would he want to leave? He's at his dream club.
Yeah, he grew up supporting us. Yeah, I haven't even seen. This is the first I'm hearing of this one, so I've been pretty off of Twitter all week.
Oh, Rasmussen. Hi, Joey.
What's up? Hi, Kyle. Lovely family you got there.
Exclusive club. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, right. His picture's his family. Who's...
Doxed.
Fun fact, Erling's middle name is Brout, which is cool because I like brats for dinner. Okay.
That is a fun fact, Kyle.
This guy and Brent Littlefield are like bit contributors.
They really do throw a monkey wrench in the works, don't they?
Evening, everyone, says Patrick Holly.
He's from Australia, where it's already Sunday.
Good day, mate. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're caught up, pal.
Yeah.
So let's wrap up segment 1 there.
Yeah, do a break, and then we'll come back and talk the derby, I guess.
No, let's do title rivals.
Okay, cool. So yeah, City are second in the league, 1 point behind Arsenal. So that kind of sets us up nicely for the next segment. We will be right back on the Noise Neighbors podcast. Don't move. All right, we are back to the Noisy Rivers podcast. Joey McCune, Mark Mulvaney. We are also live on YouTube, Twitter, wherever the hell else, Facebook. Shout out everyone watching already. If you haven't and you're watching this, make sure you drop a like on the video. Share it if you're watching on Twitter. Retweet it. That's always helpful. Get in the chat. Do some talking.
Yeah, retweet.
If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell. See that? Media training. So Premier League.
Get on that bell.
Yeah, off the top rope. Drop a leg on it and get notified whenever we fucking do the thing. Yeah, Premier League is hotting up, as they say, over where you're from. The gap between first place and fourth place, only 5 points. Leaders Arsenal on 18, City on 17, and second Spurs on 17, behind on goal difference, though. And then you've got Brighton in fourth, United in fifth, kind of where they live. And then rounding out the top 10, you got Fulham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Brentford, and Newcastle. Weird top half right now. Very mixed bag.
Yeah. We got Fulham have snuck in there somehow. Brighton. Brentford are in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you've got Braj in last place, which is
steady.
This guy steady. Goes what?
No, say steady to me one more time, Sterling.
Playing back. Yeah. It is funny that a man that has a very large portrait of himself in his home has to walk into his home knowing that he's in last place and walk by it every day and be like,
Joey McCune.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Brad. I don't have a portrait of myself in my house, I don't think. No. I got mirrors right there, though.
Not that you're willing to share with us.
No. I spent a lot of money on those, and they were airbrushed.
Oh, we've all been through an airbrush phase, pal. Okay, so I know 7 games, mate. Some of them have only played 6 because something happened and games weren't played. What are we saying? Are Arsenal a real thing?
They should play the games, is what I'm saying. You know
what I've moved past that.
That's on me. I'm sorry. I'm saying 1776, brother. I don't know.
It's been done to death, if you know what I mean.
Hey, it's time to bury that that conversation and move on.
Arsenal, what are you saying?
Yeah, they look good. I don't think they're going to be first at the end of the season, but they look good. It seems like they're putting stuff together there. I mean, I think they're definitely finishing top 4.
Okay. So what do you predict happens to these?
So I think Arsenal falls off once. Are they in Did they get into Champions League, or what are they? Are they in Europe at all?
I don't think they are. Didn't they finish like 8th?
No, they're in the Europa League.
Oh, they are.
So right. I think once that starts up, whoa. So when we come back from break, Arsenal listen to this run. And don't pay too much attention to the Europa League games. Just pay attention to the dates on it. So they've got Saturday, October 1st, it's the North London Derby against Spurs. Then they've got on the following Thursday, they take on Bode Glimt. So
I'm sorry, who?
You heard me. And then I think that's a shelving unit at IKEA. And then so that's on Thursday. That's in London. Sunday of that week, Liverpool comes to town, and then they're away to Glimt and then Leeds. But they've got Spurs, Europa League, and then Liverpool all within 8 days.
Wow!
So that's not a great run for them. And they've got Eindhoven in their group. Our game against them was postponed, so who knows when that's going to happen now. But yeah, I think once European competitions kind of pick up, I think they'll drop off a little bit. I think if some of their players start getting called up to their national teams, like players that are maybe on the fringes, I think that might have an effect. I I think they'll fall off. But they're getting there. They're close.
Okay, yeah, I like it. You see them being like good for a long time now. Do you think they've joined the perennial top 4 ranks? Like, do you think there's somebody who
I think they're back and they're in fourth?
sort of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is there somebody in the top 4 whose place there you can see them taking, like a Chelsea, like a Liverpool, like a I don't know who else.
So it's been us, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, basically for the past 3-4 years. I would say probably right now Chelsea.
Yeah.
Because of all the weirdness that's gone on there with sacking the manager and all that kind of stuff. I think going forward, it might be Spurs, unless Graham Potter like really tanks. I think it might be Spurs. I also like that there is a name that is not even included in that conversation anymore, and that brings me it's so much joy.
Indeed. Okay then. So, let me ask you, who do you fear most after 7 games?
Nobody.
Wow. Do you see this potentially? Do you see City potentially winning this by quite some distance?
I don't know if it'll be a runaway like it was like it was a few years ago, but I'm not concerned about anybody else, honestly. Okay. Like, I think over 38 games were better than Arsenal. I know over 38 games were better than Spurs. I mean, Spurs last weekend struggled to a victory against last place Leicester. I'm just not, and I have questions about Spurs' depth. I have questions about their manager's ability to not blow his lid. Brighton's in 4th. That's not going to happen. United's in 5th. I'd be surprised if they got anywhere above 4th at this point, honestly. Then Liverpool and Chelsea. Liverpool's going to have to make a run at some point, and they've got a game in hand. So if they win, that would put them even with United. So, I think there's something to that. Chelsea also has a game in hand. If Chelsea wins, it puts them into 4th place. Like either way, I don't think any of those teams catch us. Okay. I just don't see it. And I think we've got depth this year in attack that maybe we didn't have before. I mean, Holland is crazy.
Okay. Definitely a striker for sure.
Alvarez looks like he's going to be a problem. And then if like we talked about earlier, if the wingers get going, I mean, it's we're going to put up brazy numbers. You know what I mean?
Call an ambulance.
Yeah.
But not for us.
Yeah.
So let's go. So I'll tell you what,
lamps, dude.
A certain Lloyd Scraggins of the Shire has tweeted us on DMs.
He slid in.
He slid in. Well in, mate. He says he can't send a comment on either of the feeds.
Okay. Did we block him?
Money ain't right. His money ain't right. But he's interested to hear a bit of chat on our fixtures post the international break. Do you think missing Spurs Arsenal is an advantage or disadvantage? Leaves a lot of tough fixtures post the World Cup. Cheers, backwards hat twats.
I don't know, I think he's probably just talking about you on that. Also,
yeah, I'm not quite pulling it off like you are.
I can't stand. Look, the English are notoriously bad at knowing how to deal with sunlight. Like, they'll have a hat on and still be doing one of these, or like sunglasses on and still can't quite figure out how to make them work. Like, knock it off, dude. I didn't feel like doing my hair when I got out of the shower. Leave me alone. Plus, go Browns, dude. Yeah, it kind of sucks, honestly. Like, I would have liked to get these out of the way before the World Cup because, knock on wood, should anybody get hurt at the World Cup and we come back in the back end of the season, we've got both of those teams twice, or Arsenal just once, maybe. Either way, I'm not pumped on it. You know what I mean? I would like to get it out of the way before.
Does it bother you that I know that us beating these teams, works into the math of them being where they are in the table. I get that.
My
But
facts is hard, isn't it?
the fact that we haven't beaten anybody who's currently above 10th or something like that, does that bother you?
It's not great. But I'm not super concerned about it. We also haven't lost. So we got that going for us.
We do.
We've got 5 wins and 2 draws. Spurs also has 5 wins and 2 draws. They've scored less. They've conceded more. I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about them. Yeah. Also, you can only beat what's in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, like wow, we don't make the schedule, as they say.
And I mean, you could say something similar about Arsenal. They lost to the first decent team they played. So, Man United called them decent. How's that feel?
Conference League is decent, I think. You wouldn't say it's good.
How's the chat feel about me calling Man United decent? Do you agree? Or could they be the team that beats all of the other top 4 teams and lets City run away with it? You know what I mean?
I like this. They Robin Hood it for us.
Yeah. So thanks to Lloyd for your question, mate. So yeah, when we come back, we got the derby, and actually we'll do the third segment on that, and we'll probably get to that here in a minute.
Yep.
And we got the Copenhagen, Southampton, who we for some reason struggle with, but that's at home. And then Liverpool at Anfield on October 16th. That's a Sunday.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's the game I think we all always hate.
Yeah, I think more now even so than the Manchester derby. That's the first fixture you look for. There are rivals right now.
Yep.
Not historic rivals, but rivals right now.
And after that, like it does like lighten up a little bit. Like the rest of October looks pretty okay. That Arsenal game got moved.
Brighton's not going to be easy, is it?
Don't know.
Yeah,
new manager. Don't know what this Brighton's actually going to be. Then you got Dortmund, Leicester, Sevilla. I think those are all wins.
Okay.
I think Dortmund, Leicester, Sevilla are all wins. I don't think that's a big. Okay. I'm not going out on a limb there.
No, I don't think that's mad. All right, let's do a couple of questions from the chat. Josh Wilgrube, way to represent Joey. Obviously, another big Browns fan.
Bitch, I'm from the land.
Tyler has got jokes. Leicester is a title contender, no doubt.
Also, another Ohio guy.
Is he
crushing it? Yeah,
that's right. You and your little horde of.
Hey, you wouldn't call them that. We're not like orcs.
Yeah, I think you might be.
Look at the people of like the Midlands or Stoke in England, and you tell me who's more orcish.
Patrick Holly, hey Mole, did you swallow a piano? Teeth looking suspiciously white at the moment.
Oh, is that what that means?
At
the moment?
That's a good observation, Patrick. I did have a dentist appointment this morning, so.
Did you do one of those mouthpiece light things?
No, but I'm quite intrigued by those.
Same.
Yes. Maybe we can get them to sponsor the show. And
you got one of them like pens.
Oh yeah.
Colgate pen thing. That's not so bad. I've done the strips before. The goop in the strips tastes like shit.
Okay. Let's ask the chat. We have this wonderful thing called the chat where we can bounce these ideas off.
Yeah.
Has anybody done any teeth whitening? And if so, what product can you recommend? Let's have it in the chat.
Very serious city show, and I really enjoy it. We're giving back to them what they give to us. They're like rank the cheeseburgers, and we're like, okay, here we go.
Okay, now I'm being compared to Firmino. So, okay, and
Mulberry,
flop teeth. Wow.
See what happens? An English guy goes to the dentist, and everyone flips out.
Yeah, dentistry was something desperately missing while I lived in England. They seem to have sorted it out, though.
Good for them.
Yeah. Congratulations. All right, cool, man. Let's break there.
Yeah, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk the derby, huh?
Ooh.
Sick. Don't move.
Welcome back to Noisy Neighbors podcast. Mark Mulv and Joey McCune. This is also a live stream, so I hope you're enjoying that. Thank you to the chat for participating. I'd like to get to your comments and put them on screen. Appreciate it very much. That was a rap song featuring Vic, telling you about the American supporter clubs and whatever have you.
We'll edit it in post.
So there you go.
What's a rap song? It's the best way to come back.
Unlucky for those of you on the stream who didn't get to hear the rap song, but if you go back and listen to the pod, you'll hear number one, a song by a band probably from Manchester, doing a bit in support of one of the American supporters groups. That was break one. Enjoy that. Break two, a rap song. Hope you liked it.
I can't wait to hear what it is, honestly.
Put your rap songs in the chat. Yeah. All right, we have the small matter of the Manchester derby.
Manchester versus Stretford.
Who are you going for in Manchester derby?
I'm kind of torn this year. No, I'm not. I'm going for City, I think. Thought about it?
So, first of all, what do you make of Ten Hag and his start to life across at the Swamp?
He's not doing bad. He's got a lot of stuff to fix there, though. It's very similar to when Arteta went to Arsenal. There was a lot of problems to fix. Ten Hag's problems are much more expensive than what Arteta took over. There's a lot of just financial albatrosses that are at that club still. One of and there's depending on who you believe, there's so many just like weird leaks that come out of there. Like players want to leave and people are unhappy and blah 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 blah. And it's hard to know what to believe. But it seems like they're at least getting positive results. I think it's going to take a little bit for him to get the players in that will allow him to play the way that he really wants. He's doing it a little bit right now. I think it's very funny that Ronaldo doesn't play a ton. That also gives me joy. But yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So what we've seen so far from him is at some point he was trying to play out of the back. That cost him big in one game, if I remember. Was it Brentford? Who did they?
The 4-0 against Brentford. Yes, he was trying to play out of the back.
Yeah. So he sort of dropped that for a bit. In some other games, he's tried to play football, which Solskjaer could not figure out. I don't think.
Shout out for playing the sport, dude.
To varying degrees, he's had with playing football, and then against Arsenal is the toughest test yet. While he didn't sit as far back as a Solskjaer team did or would do, he did play a bit on the counter against Arsenal with high level of success. And maybe that's, Arteta again, early stages Guardiola, right?
Yeah.
A bit dodgy playing a high line, and you can get countered on quite easy. Like United did it to us many times.
Yeah.
So I wonder how you think he'll approach this. Will he look at us kind of like Arsenal and sit back a bit and try to catch us, or do you think he's going to be a bit more progressive?
So I'm pulling up who he played, like who played when they went against Liverpool and when they went against Arsenal. And he won both of those. It was 2-1 against Liverpool. It was 3-1 against Arsenal. Squads are similar.
They beat Liverpool.
Yeah, squads are similar. So yeah, I would assume we're going to see a counterattack.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, Ratface, and then
Ratface 2.0. I think Ratface, the original is Phil Neville, right?
Yeah. It is nice that they filled his
Gary Neville
little stinky shoes. And then probably the same midfield of sweet and sour, which would be Scott McTominay is the sour and Christian Eriksen is sweet.
I can dig it. I can back that.
It's better than McFred.
Ian Wilkinson's got a lot to say in the chat, pal. He thinks we will smash United. I love that. 10 Bob, as he calls him, which is English for £10.
It's also like a Kevin De Bobbins sideways move.
10 Bob will get destroyed by Pep. Haaland against Frodo, please. Frodo is, I guess, Lisandro
Martinez. Yeah.
You know what?
He's good, but he's just small for a center.
I think he's been decent.
He's good. Yeah, no, he's good.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as who was that Chilean guy? Gary. Oh, it's gonna kill me. There was a Chilean defensive midfielder that played like center back sometimes. No,
Gary Sheffield.
Nope. That was famously like
Gary Shandling.
That's a Jewish comedian, I'm pretty sure.
Gary Owen.
No. Gary Chile football. Cut this out in the Medel. Gary Medel.
Right.
And he was another guy that was like 5 foot nothing and played defensive midfield and center back. Yeah, shout out Cheslock and Jacob Sonori in the chat. You guys beat to it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think
Al's name is not Gary, mate.
What?
Tyler.
Gary Vidal. That's a shampoo guy, isn't it? But yeah, it is nice to see two guys like Lisandro Martinez and Gary Medel, like two guys that can kind of prove wrong that you don't have to be a 6-footer to play center back. But Lisandro also grew up playing in this system. He came over from Ajax, from Ten Hag. He's used to it. You would expect him to kind of thrive in it.
Yeah. Scott Brokaw, City wins big unless Mauve goes to the game, in which case City is fucked.
What was the word for true?
È vero. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you, pal.
Oh, I got a vero or a falso for you. Tomorrow, are England going to win or lose? Are England going to win against Italy? È vero? England going to win against Italy.
As a true false, and I'll give it you.
England will win against Italy.
È vero.
They're going to avenge for the king. They're going to. I will say, shout out King Chuck. Since he took over, I think Cleveland sports teams are like 12-2. So big King Chuck the Third over here, guy.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Adam, what's up, mate? He says, you see the Rags posted losses of over 115 million Great British pounds last season. Going to be pulling levers real soon.
What's so great about
levers? What are we saying?
I say lever.
Lever.
Lever. Barely even know her.
Terrible.
Also, what's so great about the British pounds?
What's so great about British pound?
Yeah.
Well, if you've got 51 million of them, you can purchase yourself an Erling Haaland.
True. Or like 20 million Noisy Neighbors t-shirts.
Yeah. You can get yourself a Manuel Akanji for 14 mil of them.
True. Manuel Akanji. Stupid show.
All right, let's see. People are enjoying the King Chuck.
I can't talk to him. I'm literally over here ordering pizza on my phone.
Get the pizzas in. Let's go. JRX is in the chat. What up, Blues? What's up with you, pal? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the international break. What do you do, JRX, during international break? Do you throw axes like I do, or what do you do?
I don't like
this axe throwing.
This is almost as bad as that other word that I don't say around here no more.
G-Bob.
That's okay.
What's going on here? Alex again. I gotta say, Haaland said he's been most looking forward to playing the Rags, so I don't doubt the Viking when he says things. Yeah, I don't either.
He hates them. He hates them for so many reasons.
Yeah. Yes, he does. He does.
It's gonna be a reverse of like, look what they did to my boy. Look what they did to my dad.
Look how they massacred my boy. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Veta Game says this international break is painful. I agree, mate. I do miss it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself this weekend.
Thank God football's back.
Might watch some of that.
Yeah,
that dragons. Them dragons, as they call it.
Dragon Tales.
Them dragons.
Dragon Tales. Dragon Tales.
not that one.
Oh, to Double Dragons. That was a good movie, I think, from like '93.
Well, there we go. King Chuck made me laugh so much I woke my partner up. Nice one, David. Nice one.
Well, high five them and tell them it was so funny.
That's what we're trying to do here. You don't know anything about football. We're just trying to make
Yeah. Shout out King Chuck, brother. You know what I mean? Is that not what he's called?
Oh dear. Okay, bro.
Yeah.
This was a great show.
Yeah, I think we did it.
If I don't say so myself.
I think we covered a lot of ground here. We answered some of the world's most burning questions. I think we crushed this. Good return. This is a nice comeback from vacation for me. Got to answer a lot of serious things. That was nice.
Welcome back, brother.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Thank you. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for everyone that's watched. We appreciate the hell out of you. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Twitter, you can retweet it, like it, whatever. You can follow us on Twitter at NoisyPod if you're not already, which I'm pretty sure you are because you're here. We're on Facebook. You can go over there and drop us a like there. That's dope. For the podcast version of this, we are on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, pretty much everywhere you'd listen to podcasts except Podbean, because they can do one.
Do one Podbean. Forever.
The bit that will never end, dude. Once again, just something out of spite. I just don't like them because of like one dumb thing. I'm just like, they
stupid bit.
Really is dumb. If you want to support the show, make sure you go to noisypod.com. You can buy some swag, or you can go to Patreon. Go to patreon.com, become a patron for as little as $1 a month, or whatever the equivalent would be in your nation's currency. Patreon.com/noisypod, and you can support the boys. Every little bit helps. We appreciate everyone that already does that. You're the best. Yeah, I think is that all the plugs I do? I think so. Okay. Yeah, tight. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for listening, and thank you everyone for playing along. And until next time,
go Browns.
Why is my Alexa talking? Shut up. Bye.